Hey y'all, what's going on? What is going on, my pink ladies and gentlemen? I mean, it could be some pink gentlemen. Or should I say my pink loves, pink ladies, whatever, what's going on? I'm coming in here to this video that I'm getting ready to do now is in regards to a comment that was left on, I think it's What Do You Think? I think that's the name of it. And it was in regards to doing a video on how to help someone get their confidence back uh, after they've done chemo while going through and lost their hair and this type of thing. How do they get their confidence back? And as far as I'm assuming too, as well, as far as like um, what you can do as far as your hair and that type of thing. With me, and it's all different. You know, every cancer patient is different. Believe me when I tell you. You know, the only thing we have in common is cancer. That's it. Yeah, well, also that we're human beings, but it's different for everybody. With me, I decided that I didn't want my hair to come out in big locks. You know what I mean? So I said, well, okay, I'm going to get this cut off. And I had it cut all the way down, almost a fade, y'all. When I tell you that I did not want to see big strands come out, and that I wasn't wearing wigs or anything prior, really prior to, um, it was mainly, my hair, and a little weave if I wanted a little bit more thickness. But I just cut it off. I went and cut it off. But let me say that cutting my hair down that low was one of the most liberating things I had ever done. It was as if when I cut my hair off, I could see me. I know that sounds strange, but I could see me fully. I could fully see me and, who I am and what I look like, my actual face, So I don't know if that sounds weird, but that was just the way I felt about it. Once I cut it off, I decided, well, okay, it's just going to kind of crumble off. It's not going to be long strands falling out. That may not be as traumatizing to me. It's one thing to lose your hair, but just to touch it and have that just blew me away thinking about that. So I cut it, and so mine just kind of, excuse me, crumbled away, you know, so to speak. And then I let's see, I decided that, okay, I'm not going to wear those ugly turbans. I am not going to spend the rest of this treatment and this time that I'm in treatment wearing a headscarf. I'm just not going to do it. But I'm not, by no means, knocking any woman who wears them, wears the headscarves, because a lot of women rock them and they look great on them. It just did not work for me. You know, they know how to fix them and make them look really, really nice. And I knew I didn't want that big turban with that big brooch on the front. No, that wasn't for me. So I went out and I purchased some wigs and just kind of trial and error. And in the beginning, I purchased wigs that was wiggy, had the cone head and all of that. So I came across YouTube, but let me tell you how I came across YouTube. After I kind of went out and bought my own wigs, they offered me one like Locks of Love, and they offered me one out of the like wigs that they had, and ugh, and it was like baby doll hair, and it was just ugh, it was horrible. I said, there's got to be a better way. So I don't know who told me to go to YouTube. My kids have been watching YouTube, but I don't know. So I got on there and just kind of, type something in or whatever. Either I Googled or something and somehow end up going to YouTube. And I started looking at several different people's videos, and Muffins being one, of Tia, and several others. And I just, PM'd. I started an account, PM'd, and asked just some questions, and I had, Muffins got back with me, and then from there I just started, looking at videos and looking into lace fronts and different wigs and that type of thing. And I was like, okay, okay, so I can still be cute while going through this. But with that being said, let me also say this. If my head was shaped the right way, yeah, I would have rocked the ball. I would have. I would have rocked the ball. I would have kept my face beat to death, my eyebrows if I still had them, which, yeah, you lose those depending, it's different with other people, and kept them well manicured and just, really, just beat my face within an inch of his life. I always kept big earrings in, and I would have rocked the ball. But being that I have a honey bun on the back of my head, I ain't gonna be able to do that. So I couldn't do it, but I would have, because after I cut my hair so low, it was so liberating that I was like, what you say? Like, check up on it. I would have rocked the ball. In all honesty, y'all, I would have been around her rocking it, you know. And you do have to have a certain kind of confidence to do that, and that kind of takes me into getting the confidence. With me, I had confidence before I went in. I've always been validated. My parents validated me at home early, really young. And I've just kind of built on that. Don't get me wrong about, don't get me wrong. I've had my times where I've been down and I've been like, ugh, you know, but I just kind of already had that confidence. And with everything else that I felt like cancer had taken from me, I just was not going to let it take my personality or my confidence, you know. So, um, my biggest thing to say to young ladies, women, people in general that's going through this: look good, feel better. I think even with going through it and you feeling bad or whatever, still wake up and put a little lip gloss on if you don't want to do the whole face. And before you know it, graduate into a little shadow. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you like, you know what I'm saying? I will not go out here looking sick anymore. I am going to fight this cancer with everything I got. I am not going to let it take anything else from me. Everything I got is mine. And I will not allow cancer or anybody to take this from me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that helps with your confidence and feeling better and this type of thing, try to surround yourself and be around some other women that are going through the same thing, that may be like you may be at level 1 and the next lady may be at level 3 as far as she's been through 1 and 2. She may be able to talk to you and maybe help you, with that. And, I just really think that you have to force yourself to look good and feel better. Think of it in your head like, if I spruce my hair up, my white cell counts might go, be normal. I'm spruce this up. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but I've thought about that. I was like, oh, I got to do it anyway. I just cannot go in here looking like everybody else that's in here. I just can't. And hopefully, when I go in, maybe it'll rub off on somebody else. And y'all, believe it or not, there are more women doing their face and makeup and this type of thing now than ever. They are really looking good and feeling better. You know what I mean? It helps with your confidence, And, when you're fighting with me, when you're fighting cancer, this is the way I went about it. I am truly a warrior princess. And when I tell you that I am fighting it with all I have, I look at chemo like it is my weapon to fight against the cancer, although my weapon does make me, make you sick and this type of thing, but it's still my weapon because I think about how sick I would be without it, So um, I just refuse to give cancer that kind of power over me, So I really think being around other women that are positive, that can tell you things, that's been through it, will help as well. Reach out to people. Go out and get you some, go out and get you a couple of wigs. Watch a couple of YouTube videos. Go out and get you a couple of wigs. Get your little eyeshadow, a little makeup, and see. You know what I'm saying? How good that makes you feel, Work on that. Don't let cancer take another thing from you from this moment on. That's it. It's done. Cancer gets nothing else. So I hope this helps. That's my opinion on it. I really hope this helps. I am looking for some more things for some more things I can put on the channel, but I do hope this helps. Anybody want to add anything, feel free. Much love.